day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. CareSpot provides care for many common illnesses and minor injuries, and also provides wellness care services like physicals, immunizations, and health screenings. At CareSpot, you will experience same-day service without the expense of an ER visit for non-life-threatening issues. CareSpot offers online and mobile options to schedule your appointment. You can also call ahead, which means less time in the lobby. CareSpot has 8 convenient locations, including Blue Springs, Lee Summit, Raytown, and Leewood. Visit them online at carespot.com.
Welcome back to Larry Stewart Memorial Stadium on the campus of Blue Springs South High School. And welcome to the first game of the MSHS AA playoffs. I'm Rob Evans along with Coach Buddy Young, and it's good to have you with us. And we want to welcome in those listening in the Troy, Missouri area on KYRO, AM 1280. I hope you enjoy the broadcast here this evening. 70 degrees, and tonight's kickoff is going to be at 7 p.m. Time and temp presented by WeatherTech Roofing at 228-2005. WeatherTech Roofing, proud to bring you the Cats and Jags, and the kickoff is a line drive that is tipped by R.J. Baker and picked up the 1-yard line. He'll take it from the near side to the far side and get tackled at the 1-yard line.
Well, he fumbled the kickoff just a bit, and by the time he picked it up, we had really good coverage. If you'll remember last time we broadcast a game, our kickoff coverage was not very good. So I'm sure Coach Oders worked on that, and they did a really good job tonight.
Our kickoff brought to you by Constantino's Price Chopper, your local family-owned grocer since 1948. Proud supporters of high school football and a Vision Sports sponsor for 19 seasons. Stop by Price Chopper, where there's always fresher ways to save. And getting set from the 2-yard line, the Trojans of Troy Buchanan, and they will hand the ball off. And there's not a lot there, Coach, for the running back who comes up with the first carry of the game, Thomas Larson, who is a sophomore. The quarterback, McKinnon Starkey, he's a sophomore at 5'11", 175 pounds.
Ran a little inside lead there, and it took a little time to set up, and I was concerned that they didn't even get out of the end zone. They're at about the 1/2 yard line.
Starkey, 4 out of 12 this year for 82 yards, and they're going to try to run it up the middle again, and again, there's not a lot there. And this time carrying the football coming out of there after the carry, the same young man who had it on first down, and that was Larson once again.
Well, that was the dive part of the dive option. The pitch man ran outside. Lead back went ahead and blocked, so got about 2 yards on the play, so they've got enough room to at least run an offensive play here. We'll see if they can do better.
Double wing set with the lone setback, and Starkey again with the handoff, and again, there's nothing there. So they, because of poor field position, Coach, there just wasn't an opportunity to really do a lot, and that allowed Blue Springs South to get their defense, which is a strong point of this team, and stop them for basically no gain. It'll be 4th down from the 2, and they will be punting out of the end zone.
Yeah, the punter has to be careful. He's right back against the back of the end zone.
Brenton Giannakis, a senior, and he usually does a pretty good job, averages just shy of 30 yards per punt. He hits that one to the 32-yard line, where Nichols has it, gets to the 25, and down he goes.
Nice punt return. The biggest thing is you got to field that punt. We get the ball inside their 30-yard line to start the game. We just got to take advantage of that and get everything done we can tonight in a timely fashion.
So Ricky Nichols with the return.
Once again, the size differential ought to favor the Jaguars tonight on the offensive and defensive line. We'll see if we can dominate this and get some points on the board right away.
Noah Nigro will work out of the pistol with Adam Cofield in the backfield next to him, and he's going to pass. And now the hole opens up, so he'll run inside the 25, lowers his head, breaks a tackle, and gets down to the 23-yard line.
He was looking for a read very deep, and Noah, we've noticed this all along through the season, that he's got extremely good poise. The read that he wanted was not open, so he chose to run it, and it's going to be 2nd and about 5. So puts us in really good shape.
Noah completed 91 passes out of 154 tries for 1,313 yards. and 21 touchdowns. He will hand the ball off. Cofield turns it upfield to the numbers, breaks to the near side, to the inside the 10, and is tripped up at the 5 and is able to stay inbounds until he gets to the 3.
You know, we've noticed that Adam Cofield on this little handoff sweep has been really, really good, but there's just something special about a senior in the playoffs. You can see the determination in the way he runs. He's got such quick side-to-side movement. Great play inside the 5-yard line. Looks like we're down in scoring territory.
You know, we mentioned that Nigro has thrown for 21 touchdowns, and Troy Buchanan has completed 21 passes to our knowledge this year. Big difference in the two offensive games.
Right.
Flag flies as it's first down and goal as the Jags inside the red zone. And as always, the trip inside the red zone brought to you by your U.S. Bank Investments advisor, Eric Sporing. If you'd like to provide for your children's education or prepare for a comfortable retirement, call Eric Sporing at 655-3065.
Troy Buchanan's defensive tackle, Chris Miller, jumped off sides a little bit, so.
Nigro's going to keep it, break a tackle, and get into the end zone for the touchdown.
That's our speed option play where Noah just runs straight at the defensive end. He went after the pitch man, so Noah was able to cut inside for the touchdown.
So the first score of the game belongs to the Jags thanks to a short field. And with 9:13 to go in the first quarter, they lead it by a 6-0 score. And in to attempt the extra point is Rourke. He's 26 of 29 for the year. And Jake Rourke out of the good snap and good hold, boots it through with 9:13 to go in the first quarter. Our first quarter presented by Rancho Grande Cantina, where every Tuesday is Taco Tuesday. It's Blue Springs South 7, Troy Buchanan nothing. You're listening to high school football from Vision Sports.
Little Sports Shop, located at 1006 Main Street, can make your team look sharp. Little's carries a range of great custom uniforms that will fit into anyone's budget. Apparel from top names like Adidas, Russell, Rawlings, Under Armour, and more. Little's is also your locally owned one-stop shop for any equipment and accessories that you, your team, or your league would need. Your team will always look great in uniforms from Little Sports Shop. Call 229-3606. Little Sports Shop, proud to bring you the Cats and Jags.
Jags with a 7-0 lead over Troy Buchanan. 9:13 to go in the first quarter, and Rourke is going to kick this one all the way out of the end zone. So he hit that one a good 60 yards on the fly. Now the wind is out of the south here tonight, so that's going to help everything. And if he had kicked that ball on target, he had enough distance to get it through the goalpost from there.
It's always an advantage to have a great kickoff like that so your kickoff team doesn't have to worry about a good run back. It's really tough for a team like Troy Buchanan to come all the way across the state. They don't know much about the Jags, and the Jags are playing at home, so we'll see if Troy can come up with a good offensive series here.
The Trojans dressed in white with purple numbers and trim on the helmets, and the sophomore Starkey will pitch back on the option, and getting to the outside at the 20-yard line after the carry is Thomas Larson, and he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. No, he ends up losing a yard on the play, so it'll be second down and the 11, and that time after going up the middle, little better field position out to the 20, same result.
Savion Carvon did a great job that time covering the pitch man and making the tackle for a loss. Super job by the defense.
Man goes in motion. That's Larson from the wing on the far side, and that's going to cost the... Well, they catch a break because the offense was in motion. The wingman was in motion, but Blue Springs South had a man line up in the neutral zone. So it's a penalty that will cost the Jags 5. And we didn't see that. All I saw was the man in motion. They're going to send Kobe Bowman, a junior wide receiver, split wide to the left side. Now Larson comes in motion, and they will hand on the counter play. Big hole out to the 30-yard line with the carry is Brenton Giannakis. He's the punter, and he's going to get a first down, the initial first down of the ball game.
You know, with two backs in the backfield like that, they're able to do that old cross-buck action and really fool the defensive line for the Jags. Nice play by Troy Buchanan. They've got a first down at the 30, so they've got much more decent field position. We'll have a chance to really take a good look at their offense now.
So at the 31-yard line, 7-0, Blue Springs South with the advantage, and they bring the man in motion. He stops, so that's part of the play to try to draw everybody offside, and the handoff going straight ahead. Nothing there for the fullback, who pops out of there and with the carry.
Looks like the dive option is the basis of their offense, and they handed off to the dive man that time, and we had hands on him just about before he completed the handoff from the quarterback.
Trying to look and see who the fullback was in there. We didn't get a good look at the number, and he's going to get the call once again, and he's going to get met by a couple of Jags on the offensive line, and coming out of there with the carry is Kane Roseman, a sophomore. And in on the tackle for Blue Springs South is Achilles Griffin.
Right now the defensive line for the Jaguars is doing a great job dominating that line of scrimmage. It's going to be really tough for the Troy Buchanan to run anything up the middle. It looks like they're going to have to try to get to the perimeter.
Tristan Spruill with a touchdown run early for Blue Springs. They lead at Joplin early, 7-0. Back to pass. Starkey gets hit, almost broken in two as he was knocked down, and then completes the pass anyway. And there to tackle him, Elijah Twy. And he's the guy that put the pressure on the quarterback. And then making the tackle is Justin Belcher, or no, excuse me, Jake Lamb.
Yeah, Jake Lamb, we've seen time and time again make great plays. That's a little quick hitch and just developed too slow for any kind of chance to get by Jake.
So punting situation, they come after it and block it, and it's going to bounce at the 38 and then hop backwards to the 36 where it goes out of bounds, and the Jags are going to get good field position for the second straight time. Our first quarter tonight brought to you by Rancho Grande Cantina, where every Tuesday is Taco Tuesday. Buy one, get one tacos every Tuesday, and you can enjoy half-price appetizers every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Rancho Grande Cantina in Blue Springs.
Looks like DJ Frost made the block that time and went out of bounds at about the 36.
Nigro will hand to Cofield. Big hole right up the middle. He's inside the 30 to the 25 and down at the 24-yard line. Our officiating crew, a veteran crew. Phil Stompoli is the referee. Robert Ogle, the umpire. Jeff Holloway is the linesman. The line judge is Ben Rold. And Jeremiah Padden is the back judge. From the 24-yard line, first down and 10. Jags dressed in blue with green numbers. And Cofield sets up a step behind and to the left of Nigro and will get the handoff. He'll pick and choose his hole and then burst through, get inside the 20, down close to the 15-yard line, and climbing out of there after making the tackle for Troy Buchanan is Thomas Larson. He doubles as a running back and a defensive back. And
just a straight dive. Our offensive line is just doing such a great job, and why switch away from something like that if you're having good success with it?
Trip in the red zone brought to you by U.S. Bank Investments advisor Eric Sporing. And a penalty flag from the 15 as they get 9 yards out of that first down play and will be whistled this time for illegal procedure. So the false start cost the Jags 5.
That's the kind of thing I was talking about Halloween, when things seem to go wrong a lot. The Jaguars need to clean this kind of stuff up to be able to execute well, and if they want to be able to continue in this playoff hunt, they got to get rid of stuff like that.
5 minutes to go in the first quarter, 7-0, Blue Springs South. Scoring on a 4-yard run officially by Noah Nigro. And it'll be second down. 6 yards to go with Twins to the near side. Big hole for Cofield, and then it closes quickly. So he takes it from the 21 down to the 18-yard line.
Straight dive up the middle. They were going to run the option outside after that, but Cofield did a nice job. And even with a 5-yard penalty, it's going to be 3rd and about 4. So we put ourselves in a good situation to pick up this first down. We'll see what we decide to run, but I'm thinking maybe something on the perimeter.
This is the first meeting between these two teams. Troy, of course, in the St. Louis area. And the handoff to Cofield. Big hole inside the 10. 5, touchdown!
Same play they ran last time. They got a little bit better blocking, and the linebacker kind of over-pursued. Cofield was able to cut behind him and did a great job of running it all the way in. I'll tell you what, he is just something to watch as he makes moves on kids, isn't he?
Yes, he is. And he has been able to take it slow at the beginning, Coach, and pick his spots. And the line doing a good job for him up front. 4:07 to go here in the first quarter, 13-0. Rourke boots the extra point through, and that makes it 14-0. Blue Springs South leads Troy Buchanan. Back with a kickoff right after this from Vision Sports.
Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than about retirement. But if you think your retirement deserves more attention, I can help. I'm Eric Sporing, financial advisor at U.S. Bank and Corp Investments. Stop by my office at 1500 North 7 Highway in Blue Springs.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not guaranteed by the bank, may lose value, not insured by any federal government agency. Investment products and services are available through U.S. Bank Corp Investments, member FINRA, SIPC, an investment advisor and brokerage subsidiary of U.S. Bank Corp and affiliate of U.S. Bank.
R.J. Baker is standing back at the 15-yard line. He is one of two guys. Larson back deep on the other side, and Rourke is going to hit a line drive that'll bounce at the 13-yard line and kick on into the end zone, so it comes out to the 20-yard line. And for the third time in the game, Troy Buchanan has had the ball, and their best field position has been the 20-yard line. They picked up a first down and got it out to the 32, and then a poor punt gave Blue Springs South the ball at the 36-yard line.
Well, like I mentioned before, we've had trouble covering kickoffs, and so looks like the Jags have done a really good job of that. It's probably the best move for Troy Buchanan. They were down there pretty quick. It might have come inside the 10 if they would have chosen to field that.
Starkey is going to pitch the ball back on the option, and a good option read, and he holds the ball until the last moment and gets it to Kyle Emerson. He's a junior, 5'9", 165 pounds, and Emerson has rushed for 203 yards and a touchdown this year, averages about 5 yards a carry.
Nice job by Troy Buchanan on the option that time. We didn't cover it quite as well. The pitchman was able to get free, and it's going to be second and short for Troy Buchanan. Looks like perimeter is going to be the best way for them to succeed against this Jaguar defense.
They have to get the defense pursuing, and that means they're going to hit the quarterback on that option, and he's going to hand on a counter play, and Emerson will take it out close to the 30-yard line. Should be a little bit short. Ryan Nesbitt is in his second year as the head coach. He's a graduate of Columbia Hickman High School and then went to Central Missouri State in Warrensburg. His dad, head coach at Truman State. His brother is the defensive coordinator. That's Kellen Nesbitt, and, of course, Greg Nesbitt, the coach at Truman State, who's playing in the GLVC. Motion on the offensive side where they start the man in motion and then he stops, hoping to get the defense to jump. And flags are going to fly everywhere as this play goes nowhere. And there was confusion reigning on, I want to say, both sides of the ball.
Well, the Troy Buchanan motion back from the slot started back, stopped, and walked back to his spot, and then it looked like the whole right side of the line left on a different snap count than the center snapped it. So
that was a third down play
right.
That ends up losing a yard, so it's fourth down, and they're going to have to punt again. But that motion, which looks like it's a broken play, is totally planned.
Right. It's almost fooled us twice. There was no flag on that play. It looked like somebody picked up their flag.
Well, the back judge was waving his flag, that's for sure. This time, good punt. Nichols is going to retreat to the 30 and then watch it stay in bounds along the far side and finally roll out at the 27-yard line. And that's where the Jags will start their poorest position of the night and the first time they've had the ball in their territory except to kick it away.
Very nice 42-yard punt that time by Troy Buchanan. Puts the Jags at about their 27-yard line, it looks like. We'll see if Noah Nigro can get it going.
Cofield has run for 61 yards so far.
That almost seems impossible because we've had such great field position, but he's done a good job.
Nigro will have Cofield in the backfield. 14-0 Jags. Noah to throw. He fires over the middle and overthrows everybody. He was looking for his intended receiver at the 35-yard line. On the playoff scoreboard, Lee Summit with a 6-0 lead at Kickapoo early on. Lee Summit West with a 7-0 lead over Lee Summit North. And Rockhurst and Raypeck are scoreless.
Well, Jake Lamb was on a curl route that time, and Noah saw him too late and then tried to get it to him after a pressure had gotten there. We're lucky that wasn't an interception the way he overthrew it.
Nigro out of the pistol. Trips come to the near side, and he's going to throw the ball, whip it out. And the ball is caught by Jerome Hawkins down the near side of the 40, 45, and he's corralled and run out of bounds as he gets to the 50. That'll be good for a first down.
Just a quick hitch there by Jerome. Noah just stood up and tossed him the ball. The rest is pretty much up to him, and he's got such quick feet. They were lucky to get him stopped before a touchdown.
Ricky Nichols with a nice block to spring Hawkins for 20 yards and a first down. McKinney and Lamb go split wide to the right. That's Briley Moore McKinney. And Hawkins comes to the near side with Nichols. Cofield, the handoff straight up the middle into Troy Buchanan territory inside the 45 to the 44-yard line.
Straight handoff, and I'll tell you what, as long as our offensive line is doing that good a job blowing them off the ball, no need to go away from that play.
Ben Zobrist with a home run. Royals 1. Toronto Blue Jays 0. That game early on. And the handoff. A quick handoff to Cofield, and he will get the first down, powering right up the middle at the near hash mark inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. He was tackled by Tyler Leach, senior lineman.
He was just able to clasp on there to Josh Johnson, an offensive lineman for the Jags, and just moved the ball right past the first down markers for a big first down for the Jags.
At the 39-yard line, leading 14-0 with a minute to go, first quarter. Nigro to throw, has all day. He's got a man on the post. That's Briley Moore McKinney for the touchdown.
Riley Moore McKinney got open on that post route, and Noah hit him right on the numbers. Great job on that route. Great protection by the offensive line for the Jags, and we got a chance to go up by 3 scores here.
52.8 seconds left to go here in quarter number 1. It's 20-0. Our first quarter brought to you by Rancho Grande Cantina, where every Tuesday is Taco Tuesday, and you can enjoy half-price appetizers every Saturday from 11 to 4. Rancho Grande Cantina in Blue Springs. Jake Rourke boots the extra point through, and with 52 seconds to go here in the first quarter, it's the Jags 21, Troy Buchanan 0. Back with a kickoff after this from Vision Sports.
The Beef Jerky Outlet is now open for business. They carry a wide selection of outstanding jerkies, sauces, rubs, popcorn, candy, and much more. The Beef Jerky Outlet carries over 200 varieties of beef jerky from wild to mild. Alligator, kangaroo, and elk jerky are available too. The Beef Jerky Outlet, located at 18920 East Valley View Parkway in Independence, in the Strip Mall just south of Costco in the Eastland Plaza. Call 816-795-1060 or go online at independencejerky.com.
Four plays on the drive, and the scoring play is a 39-yard touchdown.
You know, Briley Moore McKinney is just so talented and so versatile. He's got the size of a tight end, runs like a wide receiver. He's just pretty tough to cover. almost like Travis Kelce for the Chiefs. He gets in the open area. He looks like a wideout running out there.
Rourke is going to kick it away. The kick is high and deep and out of the end zone. So they'll take it once again at the 20. CareSpot Urgent Care has 8 locations in the Kansas City metro. They're open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. That means you can get care when and where you need it, because life surprises don't always happen during regular business hours. You can go online at carespot.com. Defense has done its job, and for the most part, kept Troy Buchanan in their own end of the field.
Yeah, and that's tough on them. They're with better field position, they might be able to do better. But the Jags have done a really good job of defending that option play and staying disciplined on that.
Wide receiver is split wide to the right side. Starkey's going to throw, floats it up, throws it outside, and the pass is incomplete. And the only guy who had a chance to get to it was the Jags defender, as the receiver was a little further downfield.
Ricky Nichols had good coverage, left the receiver, and kind of a timing route. The quarterback put it up where the receiver is supposed to be, and I don't think he had a chance to find the ball yet. But Ricky did a great job of covering on that. Ricky's been really solid for the Jags all year.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10. And the sophomore Starkey out of a double wing set. And he will keep the ball on the option with the pitch back. Nice run down the far side. Best offensive play of the game as they get the pitch to Emerson. And he gets outside to the 49-yard line. Run out of bounds by Jerome Hawkins on the play defensively for the Jags. So they're as close to Blue Springs South territory offensively. They're just shy of the 49-yard line, 1st and 10. With 38 seconds left to go here in the first quarter.
There's that option play again, and they got a good block on the defensive back that was covering the pitch. Key thing about the option is that they block it different ways at different times. The Jags are going to have to overcome that. Nice 29-yard play by Troy Buchanan.
On the counter play this time, they will give it to Larson, the sophomore who lines up on the other wing, and there's not a lot there.
That's that lead play. They ran the very first down of the game. It's just kind of a slow play, and the linebackers have a chance to really close in on that. So 2nd and about 9.
Jeff City leads Columbia Rockbridge 7-0 with 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. That game being played in Jeff City. Here we're at the end of one. It's Blue Springs South 21, Troy Buchanan nothing. Back with the second quarter after this from Vision Sports.
Hey, Wildcat and Jaguar fans, get your discounts pumped up with a discount double check from the Blue Springs State Farm agents, proud to bring you the Cats and Jags. Call Chad Smith at 229-1037 or Steve Shipman at 228-6696. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This is Myron Thomas with your in-game update presented by Foster Dental Care, providing healthy smiles on Blue Springs for over 30 years. Call 228-6988 online at fosterdentalcare.com. First quarter scores: Ray Peck 6, Rockhurst 0. Lee Summit North and Lee Summit West both tied at 7, and Lee Summit 6, Kickapoo 0. Now let's go back to Rob Evans and Buddy Young at Larry Stewart Stadium.
Thank you very much, Byron. As the ball is placed, did they somehow get a gain of about a yard in the exchange of field position? That ball's right on the 50.
Yeah.
And they're going to pitch the ball back on the option. Larson gets hit back at the 45. He was tripped up, and then that let the rest of the Jaguar defense get there. And he'll probably get stopped at the 45 where he was initially hit. And in on the stop, Hunter Jenkins, the senior linebacker for the Jags.
You know, that's funny, minus 3 yards on the play. Do you think the coaches had something to say to the defense about running to the ball? We saw about 5 Jags hit the pitchman that time after they'd maybe been just a little bit lazy on the play before. So negative 3 yards on that play. We'll see how we defense it this time.
Our first quarter was brought to you by Rancho Grande Cantina. And our second quarter brought to you now by CarStar Blue Springs. On third down, going straight ahead, not a lot of room there. In fact, the linemen were pushing the line close to midfield while the play and the ball was stopped back at the 45-yard line, and the Trojans will punt it away. Once again, Brenton Giannakis will come in to punt it away.
Well, just like we said, Rob, it's going to be tough sledding for Troy Buchanan to try to run the ball up the middle with the size and speed of our defensive line.
High snap, and here comes the punt. It gets blocked once again and will barely roll into Blue Springs South territory to the 48-yard line. So that's twice now in the game that Troy Buchanan has had a punt blocked, and Blue Springs South will get good field position out of all of this.
Looks like Cullen West got in there for the block. And I think he would have blocked it in a more sound fashion, except he was afraid of roughing the kicker if he missed. So he kind of tried to take an angle at it and wasn't able to get it totally. So Blue Springs South has the ball at their own 48. Nice place to start.
And Noah Nigro threw a touchdown pass on the last drive, looks to throw, swings it out. Briley Moore McKinney with a catch at the 45, takes it inside the 40, down to the 37-yard line, maybe the 38, and that'll be good for a first down.
14-yard play, and Briley Moore McKinney just went down about 10 yards and looked in, and Noah got the ball there right on time. I'm impressed with the protection that Noah's getting tonight, so he's able to look around at his receivers and find out who he wants to throw to.
Twins to each side as the Jags have the ball at the 38-yard line, 1st and 10. There's a missed handoff, but Nigro takes it straight up the middle. Big hole, which would have been nice for the running back, and instead the quarterback takes it up the middle for about 8 yards, give him 7, and we'll call it 2nd down and 3. Our second quarter brought to you by CarStar Blue Springs at 3210 East 40 Highway in Blue Springs. They're the auto body repair experts. Call 224-1100. For CarStar Blue Springs, relax. We'll take it from here. 9.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. And Hudstall's going to take the handoff, go straight up the middle, and he is in for the touchdown from 32 yards out.
Caleb Hudstall did a great job that time reading the blocks. He made the linebacker miss. Once he got in the secondary, he just outran everybody. So nice play for him. Jags have a chance to go up now by 4 scores.
It's 27-0 with 9:30 remaining here in the second quarter. Roar kicked the extra points in the first quarter. I was going to see if maybe they'd let Rockwell kick one, but Roar boots this one up and through against the wind with 9.5 minutes to go first half. It's 28-0. Jags have the lead over Troy Buchanan. Back with a kickoff right after this from Vision Sports.
A Minor Adjustment is a trusted choice for your chiropractic care and acupuncture needs in Blue Springs and eastern Jackson County. Dr. Andy Minor and his caring staff are ready to assist you for body aches and pains, sports injuries, or if you've been injured in an automobile accident. A Minor Adjustment has 2 convenient locations to serve you. Downtown at 801 West Main Street. Call 228-5522. And inside Club 7 Fitness at 1241 Southwest 7 Highway. Call 224-3790. Online at aminoradjustment.net.
9.5 minutes to go here in the first half. 28-0 Blue Springs. 52 yards on 4 plays. A 32-yard run for Caleb Hudstall to get the Jags on the board for the first time here in the second quarter. Caleb Marquez with a touchdown to give Blue Springs a 14-7 lead. Early second quarter. And Joplin. High kick. This one against the wind. It's going to bounce at the 3 and kick into the end zone over the head of Thomas Larson, who thought the ball would roll, but instead it kicked up, Coach, and that very well could have been downed, maybe even recovered by the Jags inside the 5.
Well, he was pausing to watch the ball go in as the Jaguars were closing in on that coverage. He just assumed it would go in. He needs to make that decision a little bit quicker and maybe pick it up and run with it.
Preps KC is the ultimate in high school football coverage. Check out the website for live scores and for all your high school football information. Download the free Preps KC app at the Apple Store or Android Market. They will run out of the double wing set, and Starkey's going to hand the ball off. First man through, not much there, and he'll end up getting a yard. Climbing out of there after the run is Kane Roseman.
Straight dive option there. The zero hole right over the center. The fullback takes the ball and is able to get a yard out of that thing, and that's hopefully that the linebackers will collapse down. They're able to do more on the perimeter, but we had it covered pretty well that time.
Gain of a yard, 2nd down and 8. They're going to line the tight end, Tyler Leach, in tight to the near side. He's basically an extra blocker. One receiver, and the handoff kept by the quarterback, and Starkey's going to get outside the 25 to about the 27-yard line. So McKinnon Starkey, the sophomore, getting the call here this evening, and had a nice run on that play. The stop made by the Jags' Achilles Griffin.
That's just exactly what the option play tries to do to the defense. The linebackers committed to stopping the dive play, and so the quarterback was able to make about 6 yards on the play. So nice play by the quarterback.
Bowman comes to the near side. Larson in motion. Starkey up from under center. Looks over to the sideline for the play. Otherwise, they line up double wing with the single setback. And the ball is pitched, put on the ground by Starkey. He was hit in his defense right as he tried to pitch the ball, and it was recovered by Larson back at the 20.
I believe that was big Isaiah Miles that hit the quarterback. The defensive tackle busted through and messed up that pitch play. So great play by the defense. It's going to be 4th and 10. They're going to have to punt again, and that's kind of a nightmare for them. They've not been able to hold out the Jags. We'll see
Nichols, go ahead.
No, that's fine. I was just going to say we'll see if it can be another block punt.
Nichols is standing back at the 50, and they only bring one man. And the punt is going to bounce the 45, take a kangaroo roll back to the 27-yard line. Nichols picks it up, has a hold of the 40, 45, 50, picks up a block at the 40, right down the middle of the field. He's going to go at the 10-5 touchdown.
You know, the Troy Buchanan players kept waiting for him to bust outside. He made a move to the outside and then just took it straight up the middle. There was nobody there. So great job on the punt return, great job blocking, and a great job of not making an illegal block by the Jags. So big return that puts us to a 5-score lead.
73 yards on the return for Ricky Nichols. 7:08 to go here in the first half. And we got to get a football out on the field to kick the extra point. And Phil Stompoli says, time is on me. And they'll bring the ball in, and Jake Rourke will attempt to make it 5 for 5 in the ball game. Snap back, ball down, the kick is up, and the kick is good with 7:08 to go here in the second quarter. Brought to you by CarStar Blue Springs at 3210 East 40 Highway in Blue Springs. They're the auto body repair experts. That's CarStar Blue Springs. Relax. We'll take it from here. 35-0. Blue Springs South with the lead. Back with a kickoff from Vision Sports.
St. Mary's Manor, located at 111 Northwest Mock Avenue, provides high-quality senior and rehabilitation care for Blue Springs and Eastern Jackson County. The caring and professional staff at St. Mary's Manor offers a full range of services, including an aggressive rehab-to-home program offering both inpatient and outpatient services. St. Mary's Manor participates in Medicare, several managed care programs, Medicaid, and workers' compensation programs. For more information, call 228-5655 or online at stmarysmanor.com.
Stay tuned for the halftime show coming up in a few moments. Brought to you by Joe Bowman and the folks at BR Carpet. For the best flooring in Blue Springs, call 224-0777. Online at brcarpet.com. Rourke with a high kick that'll be into the end zone. I thought for a moment, and this is what you get when you assume, R.J. Baker was in position to catch the ball and try to return it, but he thought better of it, and it bounced on into the end zone for a touchback with 7:08 to go.
You know, that was good communication by the Troy Buchanan players. The other returner was back there and told him to let it go. I think with the coverage the Jags are getting, I think they're better off taking it at the 20 instead of taking a chance on opening up inside the 10. So they're trying to play that field position thing.
And it's working quite well for them.
Average starting spot for the Buchanan team is 16-yard line.
Man in motion, fake the handoff to the fullback and give it to Larson, trying to get around the end on the wing back around, and he gets run out of bounds back at the 14.
Camden Sprouse led the team with the tackle there, but there were 3 or 4 guys getting up off that pile. Great pursuit. Somebody talked to the secondary at the quarter switch, and our Jags secondary has done a much better job pursuing to the ball.
And it also helps, Coach, when the opposition and the Jags are used to seeing the spread. Well, now they only have to cover one guy.
Right.
And the line so far today has not been giving the young sophomore time to really throw the ball.
Well, our defensive line has really set the offensive line back for Troy Buchanan, and that makes it really tough on their quarterback.
And now, as I say that, twin receivers come to the near side, but they will run the ball, and Starkey's going to keep it and take it up at the hash mark. Gets to what, about the 17-yard line?
Yeah, that's a really sharp play by the quarterback. The dive back went through, he faked to them, and then he just got right behind him and was able to work about 3 or 4 yards out of that play. So good job by the quarterback. Gives them about 3rd and 13.
They're in the second inning. It's 2-0. Royals have the advantage. Bowman comes split to the near side, and he draws man coverage. The handoff straight ahead. That's Roseman in the middle of the line, and he gets stood up for no gain in a punting situation once again.
They tried to run a trap play that time where the center blocks down and the guard tries to trap that defensive tackle, and we just beat that block. Jake Lamb was on his way up to hit the runner, but the defensive tackle got him down and ahead of time. So great job by the defense that time.
Clock runs with 5:10 remaining here in the first half. 35-0. Jags have the lead. They put pressure on the punter, and this time Giannakis kicks it straight up and gets a good kick out of it to the 50, and Nichols returns it to the 45, and that's where Blue Springs South will have the ball. First down and 10.
42-yard punt that time. Much better protection for the punter. He was able to get a good kick away, and but once again, the Jags will start inside the Troy Buchanan 50-yard line.
Sonic Locker Room covers the Cats and Jags throughout the school year. You can tune in to 10:30 a.m. KCWJ every Monday at 5 for the Wildcats edition and every Tuesday at 5 for the Jags edition. You can hear the archive broadcast at soniclockerroom.com.
Our excellent stat man, Kevin Hornick, tells me this is the 3rd time we've started inside their 50, and boy, that makes it easy for the offense.
Twice started inside the 40. Once inside the 30, I believe. Or right at the 30. Handoff, Hutzel, big hole, and he got going quickly upfield and was tripped up by Larson at about the 32. Ran into one of the officials and goes down at the 29-yard line. Gain of 16 yards on the play for Hutzel.
My question is, does that official get credited for an assisted tackle there? I think
he does.
He's pretty proud of it. He's kind of strutting around there.
He took the hit and got up and popped right up and spotted the ball.
Hutzel's just so quick. It happens quick. He's a good kid.
The vanilla set, 2x2. Hutzel, big hole. He's inside the 25, down to the 23, and it'll bring up second down.
The offensive line's firing off so well. It looks like he didn't get all that many yards, but that's a 6-yard gain on first down where we just blow the hole right up the middle.
That tells you you're doing something right when you sit there and say that was only a 6-yard gain.
Yeah.
Your offense is doing some things right. Nigro has thrown one touchdown pass, his 22nd of the year in the game, and one special teams touchdown. Hand off to Hawkins on the sweep, coming to the near side, cuts back at the 15 to the 10. Nice move to get around Larson, who was poised to make the tackle, and then he gets inside the 5 down to the 4.
He just has such quick feet, and It looked like Larson was going to be able to get a big hit on him, but he was able to get 20 yards before anybody was able to get him from the backside.
Zach Owens made the tackle, the senior. 6'5", 350-pound defensive lineman, and he got down there pretty quick to make that play with 3:31 to go.
Well, that's what they work on. Those backside defensive linemen take an angle, and he did a great job getting over there to stop a touchdown.
Jags in the red zone, brought to you by U.S. Bank Investments Advisor Eric Sporing. And the handoff, Hawkins walks in from 4 yards out for the score.
Offensive line once again pushed straight up the middle, and Hawkins is able to dance in. I think Kevin Hornick might have been able to score on that play.
I wouldn't go that far.
You know, he was a big running back at Blue Springs High School in his day.
Boy, did you see that look I got? And then it really?
Well, I know on his visit to USC, he decided to be a cheerleader instead.
And you thought I got on you, hang time. Rourke will boot the extra point up and through with 3:13 to go here in the first half. It's Blue Springs South 42, Troy Buchanan nothing. Back with a kickoff right after this from Vision Sports.
Have you tried to look 10 or 20 years into your future? Jobs, families, and goals change. You need to create a plan for your retirement, thoughtfully, professionally, and personally. Waddell & Reed can help. For 7 decades, we have helped investors work toward a secure retirement. You can count on your Waddell & Reed financial advisor to craft a plan that is right for you. Waddell & Reed, investing with a plan. Waddell & Reed Incorporated, member SIPC.
Call Christopher Wade at 816-358-2463.
Jags with a 42-0 lead here in the second quarter with 3:13 to go. 5 plays, 50 yards. And Jerome Hawkins with the 4-yard run. The kick is high by Rourke, angles to the far side of the 6, and it's going to be caught and returned by Baker coming to the middle of the field. And as he gets to the 10, 2 more steps to the 12, and he gets tackled hard.
Yeah, once again, great coverage by the Jags. You know, I'm a little bit slow, but it just occurred to me that Greg Oder played at Northeast Missouri State, and I believe he was teammates with Greg Nesbitt, the coach's father. So kind of an old home night here.
And Greg Nesbitt, of course, the coach at his alma mater, Truman State University, which back in the day was Northeast Missouri
State.
3:10 remaining, first half. Coach Oder and the Jags up 42-0. They will pitch the ball back. Larson's going to get to the corner, and at the 20, he is met by a defensive back who stayed home and lowered his shoulder and pretty well took the basketball charge and didn't let him out of bounds, or didn't let him stay in bounds and knocked him out.
Jerome Hawkins did a nice job on that, the option play. They blocked it very well. The original pitch man coverage was blocked, so they got about 7 yards on first down, so nice job by Troy Buchanan.
Second down and short, and I think you're starting to see some second-teamers on the defensive side of the ball. Cameron Sprouse, a junior, in at the linebacker spot, and he bit the mistake when Larson went in motion and stopped and came back to his position.
I'm going to call that false motion, and we fell for it that time. So they've got a first down at their own 25-yard line.
And that will give them a first down to the 25, and the pitch back, as Starkey does a good job, he had a majority of the offense or the defensive line biting for the fake, and then the pitch back to Larson picks up 5, almost 6 yards.
That's why you've got to be so disciplined on the triple option. Everybody does their job. Every time we've done that, we've tackled them for a loss, but this time they made about 3 yards, so second and about 7.
Yeah, you saw it better than I did because I saw him step out at the 30, and then the officials were walking it to that point before finally going back to the 28. And this time nobody moves defensively as the man goes in motion. Then they look for the play. And the handoff is given to Roseman, and Roseman's going to get good yardage right up the middle and gets out close to the 35-yard line. He'll be a little bit short, but only by about a yard.
Their offensive line did a great job that time. They ran a right up the middle play and were able to get good yards on it. It's going to be third and less than a yard.
And we're under 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter, brought to you by CarStar Blue Springs at 3210 East 40 Highway in Blue Springs. The quarterback sneak, Starkey will go straight ahead, and he didn't get much, but I'm not sure he got what he needed.
That second surge, he may have got it, yeah. They stopped him originally. He was able to turn and get under the offensive guard, and I think squeezed by a little bit. So first down there on the 35-yard line. Nice job.
Yeah, they do give him a good spot, and it should be good for first down and 10. Though I think the linesman across the way got a little over-enthusiastic and set it up prior to seeing where the spot was, because he didn't make it by much. I'll bring a man in motion and then hand it on the counter play to the wingback Larson, and he gets tackled for no gain and then driven back. May lost about a half a yard. The clock runs with 1 minute and 15 seconds to go, first half.
That's the little crossbuck action in the backfield by Troy Buchanan. Defensive end on the Jaguar side. Actually, it's an outside linebacker. Stayed home, did a good job bringing the ball carrier down. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
Bowman to the near side. They'll send another receiver split out wide to the right, so they'll lose one of their tight end blockers. Bowman to the near side, defended by Savion Caverain. And the pitch back to Larson, and he gets nailed at the 30. He tried to stop and was going down and then got helped the rest of the way by one of the linebackers.
Better discipline that time by the Jags. We talked about if everybody does their job on the option, you can tackle for a loss. Well, they lost 5 on that play. It's going to be 3rd and about 15.
Yeah, in on the tackle was Cale Connors for the Jags, and that may be the end of the first half. Our second quarter brought to you by CarStar Blue Springs at 3210 East 40 Highway in Blue Springs. They're the auto body repair experts. Call 224-1100 for CarStar Blue Springs. Relax. We'll take it from here. And that's going to do it as the play clock had a second more than the game clock did, and we have reached halftime. And we invite you to stay tuned for the halftime show with Tony Reisinger, presented by Joe Bowman and the great folks at BR Carpet. For the best in flooring in Blue Springs, call 224-0777 or go online at brcarpet.com. At the half, it's Blue Springs South 42, Troy Buchanan nothing. We'll be back with a halftime show after this from Vision Sports.
Blue Springs attorney David Zeiler and the Zeiler Law Firm is proud to call Blue Springs home and, like you, proudly cheers for the Cats and Jags. With over 18 years of experience, the Zeiler Law Firm is a one-stop shop for all of your legal needs, including general practice, business law, and litigation. The Zeiler Law Firm represents individuals, small business owners, and corporations, always approaching each case with its full attention and dedication, protecting the client's interest and exceeding expectations. The Zeiler Law Firm provides the legal expertise normally associated with a large legal firm, yet provides its clients with the personal attention and efficiency of a small firm. Make the right call for the legal expert advice of a compassionate and a highly respected attorney. Call Blue Springs attorney David Zeiler of the Zeiler Law Firm, located at 2008 Northwest South Outer Road at 988-7215. Online at ZeilerLawFirm.net. The choice of a lawyer is important and should not be based on advertisements.
BR Carpet is a local family-owned and operated flooring company proud to call Blue Springs home. BR Carpet is your one-stop shop for carpet, vinyl flooring, ceramic tile, laminate, hardwood, and more. You will always work with a courteous, caring, and professional staff at BR Carpet from purchase through installation. Residential or commercial, BR Carpet offers the best prices due to its low overhead, on-site warehouse, and bulk purchasing. For the best in flooring services, make the winning call. BR Carpet at 224-0777 or online at brcarpet.com.
Hi, this is Tony Reisinger for CarStar Blue Springs, located at 3210 West 40 Highway. Over the past 18 months, I have utilized the outstanding services of CarStar Blue Springs on 3 occasions. Each visit was expedient and worry-free. The friendly and professional staff at CarStar Blue Springs took care of all the details and had a rental vehicle ready when I arrived. When it comes to auto body repair, I always recommend CarStar Blue Springs. Call 220-1100. Online at CarStarBlueSprings.com. CarStar Blue Springs. Relax. We'll take it from here.
Lunar Bowl is a fantastic solution for your club or organization's fundraising efforts. Lunar Bowl has an easy and turnkey fundraising program which has raised over $1 million for local groups and organizations. Lunar Bowl would do a great job for you. They're located at 2001 Northwest 7 Highway in Blue Springs. To book your fundraising event, call Group Sales Manager Tina Short at 816-220-7722. That's 220-7722. On the web at lunarbowl.com.
Looking for a great deal on your next set of wheels? Raytown Lee Summit Community Credit Union and Enterprise Car Sales has a great deal for your new set of wheels. And Raytown Lee Summit Community Credit Union will make your first payment up to $350 with no payments for 90 days. For more information and details about this great program, call 816-356-0791. That's 356-0791, or visit rlsccu.org to be pre-approved by Raytown Lee Summit Community Credit Union.
Welcome back to Larry Stewart Memorial Stadium on the beautiful campus of Blue Springs South High School. 42-0 is the score at halftime. The Sonic Scholar Athlete of the Week is next. This is a presentation of Vision Sports.
All right, let's see. Tots, slushes. Ooh, Sonic's got new boneless wings. Let's go with a dozen garlic parmesan. Psst, over here, go with the Island Fireman. It got a nice sweet kick. When did Dave's inner monologue pick up an accent? When Dave studied abroad in the Caribbean, man. Listen here, y'all. I reckon we should go with honey barbecue. This inner monologue got a southern twang, too. Yes, sirree, Bob. Me name's Dave, man. Dave.
There's something for everyone. New boneless wings and 6 great flavors. This is how you Sonic.
Welcome back to Larry Stewart Memorial Stadium here on the beautiful campus of Blue Springs South High School in Blue Springs, Missouri. 42-0 is the score at halftime. Blue Springs South, on top of Troy Buchanan. Now it's time for us to recognize the Sonic Scholar Athletes of the Week, and this is presented by Sonic with 6 locations in the Blue Springs School District. Remember, it's Sonic good. And tonight we want to recognize all the athletes of Blue Springs South that competed and participated in fall athletics. Outstanding seasons by the softball team, the golf team, the soccer team, and the volleyball team. So we salute all of the fall Jaguar athletes as this week's Sonic Scholar Athlete of the Week. And now it's time for the Meyer Music Scholar of the Week, presented by the great folks at Meyer Music, who for 50 years have reminded us that making music makes us smarter. And we salute the Jaguar Pride Marching Band. Last week they went to Fayette, and like most competitions, they finished in first place. Another outstanding performance by the Jaguar Pride Marching Band. Congratulations to Ken Hansen and every member of the Jaguar Pride and all the great staff that Ken Hansen has in directing this outstanding band. And speaking of that outstanding band, let's go down to the field and take a listen to the Jaguar Pride Marching Band. They are the Jaguar Pride Marching Band, one of the greatest bands here in the state of Missouri. We're so blessed here in Blue Springs to have 2 outstanding marching bands in the Jaguar Pride and the Golden Regiment. And now it's time for us to recognize some great folks in the community with a Community Credit Report presented by the great folks at Raytown Lee Summit Community Credit Union. Donna Bunton and Julie Bunton run a great operation down there on 7 Highway. Vision Sports is proud to be a customer at Raytown Lee Summit Community Credit Union. And this week we want to give credit to, and we've probably given credit to them 2 or 3 times this year, but once again, the Blue Springs School District. I want to read an email that I received as a parent today from Renee Murray, who is the principal, the outstanding principal at Voy Spears Junior Elementary School. And the email says, we have great news to share regarding the Blue Springs School District Annual Performance Report. Each year, school districts from around the state are evaluated on a number of criteria, and this year the Blue Springs School District achieved a score of 100%. Criteria used to evaluate school districts include academic achievement, subgroup achievement, college and career readiness, high school readiness, attendance rates, and graduation rates. We are the only district in the state of Missouri with more than 1,000 students to achieve 100% on the APR, the Annual Performance Report. So congratulations to the Blue Springs School District, another outstanding award. And as a parent in the Blue Springs School District and someone that works closely with the Blue Springs School District, you're one of the best. Thank you so much. 42-0 is the score here at halftime. This is a presentation of Vision Sports.
It's time to start school band and orchestra. Give your child the tools for success by renting your quality instrument from Meyer Music. Meyer Music carries all the top brands of school-approved band and orchestra instruments, as well as the books and accessories you need to start the school year. Meyer Music celebrating its 50th year of renting and selling instruments in the Kansas City area. Come in and check out their affordable rent-to-learn and purchase programs. Make Meyer Music your choice for all your musical needs. And remember, at Meyer Music, making music makes you smarter.
Foster Dental Care is proud to bring you the Cats and the Jags. Located on the South Outer Road in Blue Springs, Foster Dental Care is the outstanding choice for your family's dental care. At Foster Dental Care, you're always welcomed by a very caring and courteous staff that are among the most qualified and experienced dental professionals in the area. Foster Dental Care is a preferred Invisalign provider, the clear alternative for braces. For the very best in general and cosmetic dentistry, call Foster Dental Care at 228-6988. Online at fosterdentalcare.com. Foster Dental Care, proud provider of healthy smiles in Blue Springs for 30 years.
Preparation before the game is crucial. You need a good game plan. You have to be physically and mentally ready. Even your equipment must be in top shape. Tailgating is serious business. That's why I buy only KC Pride beef from Price Chopper. Every cut is lean, 1/8 inch trimmed for value, and the quality is 200% guaranteed.
You'll love KC Pride beef, available only at Price Chopper.
Price Chopper, fresher ways to save.
CareSpot Urgent Care is open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. CareSpot provides care for many common illnesses and minor injuries, and also provides wellness care services like physicals, immunizations, and health screenings. At CareSpot, you will experience same-day service without the expense of an ER visit for non-life-threatening issues. CareSpot offers online and mobile options to schedule your appointment. You can also call ahead, which means less time in the lobby. CareSpot has 8 convenient locations, including Blue Springs, Lee Summit, Raytown, and Leewood. Visit them online at carespot.com.
Welcome back to Larry Stewart Memorial Stadium. 42-0 is the score. Blue Springs South on top of Troy Buchanan. Now it's time for us to take a look inside the numbers, presented by a great CPA firm in Blue Springs, Reinhardt and Kovacs. Check them out online at reinhardtcpas.com. In the first half, Blue Springs South with 9 first downs. Troy Buchanan with 5. Rushing yardage, Blue Springs South with 164. And Troy Buchanan with 53, 0 passing yards for Troy Buchanan, and 74 for Blue Springs South. 234 total yards for Blue Springs South, 53 for Troy Buchanan. Rushing, Adam Cofield has 71 yards on 7 carries. That's a 10.1 average. And Kaylor Hutzel, 3 carries for 54 yards, and that's an 18-yard average. Both Cofield and Hutzel with a rushing touchdown. Briley Moore McKinney, 2 receptions for 50 yards, and that he also has a touchdown and passing for Nigro, 3 for 4, and that is for 70 yards. When we come back, Brett Reinhardt from Reinhardt and Kovacs CPAs will be our guest. This is a presentation of Vision Sports.
Numbers, numbers, numbers. In football, a touchdown is 6 points. The team with the most points wins. If you're looking for a winning number to call for a great accountant for your business or personal needs, call Reinhardt and Kovacs at 427-5645. Brett Reinhardt and Sarah Kovacs are ready to prepare a winning game plan for you or your business. Reinhardt and Kovacs, CPA. They're located at 2012 Northwest South Outer Road. Call 427-5645. Online at reinhardtcpas.com.
Hello?
Hi, Eric. This is Terry from Farmers Insurance. Any changes regarding your home or car?
Well, I started carpooling with some friends from work.
No problem. With the extra people in the car, we want you to stay safe, so let me update your liability limits.
Perfect.
Until you close the gaps in your insurance, you could be living dangerously. We'll help you know the gaps and lose all the...
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
For great rates and outstanding service, contact Blue Springs Farmers agents Kevin Hornick and Jake Greco. Proud to bring you the Cats and Jags.
WeatherTech Roofing is proud to bring you the Cats and Jags. WeatherTech Roofing is locally owned and operated and has built a great reputation for its exceptional work and customer satisfaction. Highly respected and often recommended by insurance professionals, WeatherTech Roofing is fully bonded and insured. Our clients know they are fully covered and protected. Contact the experts at WeatherTech Roofing for a free roof inspection. Call 228-2005. That's 228-2005. Online at WTechRoofing.com.
Hey, it's Dale, and for years I used to try and put up my own Christmas lights. It was laughable at best. And then I met a guy named Scott Shippey. He's with Cutting Edge Lawn, and they do custom hanging of Christmas lights. They provide the lights, they install, they take them down, and they store them for next year. And Scott is very creative. He'll come up with a light display that will make you the envy of the neighborhood. Visit them on the web at cuttingedgelawn.net, or you can reach them at 816-220-3714. That's 816-220-3714 or cuttingedgelawn.net. And when you call him, make sure you tell him I sent you.
Welcome back to the BR Carpet Halftime Show here on 1030 AM KCWJ. I'm Tony Rassinger of Vision Sports, and this week's guest, our sponsor guest, is Brett Reinhardt from Reinhardt and Kovacs CPAs right here in Blue Springs. If you're looking for an outstanding firm to do your accounting, I suggest that you give them a call at Reinhardt and Kovacs CPA. And Brett, you're a huge sports fan, and you're a graduate of Truman High School, but you're here in Blue Springs. You're located here in Blue Springs. Big supporter of the Wildcats and the Jaguars.
That's right, Tony. I've been a Blue Springs resident for the past 15 years or so, and it's kind of my second home now, kind of my adopted home, and just always followed all the sports in town and just support all the kids and the families and all that good stuff.
You were a part of a different accounting firm here for a long time, and you made the venture out on your own here recently, probably 18 months, 2 years ago. How's it going? How is it doing business in Blue Springs as a Blue Springs business owner?
Oh, it's been great. To be perfectly honest, I kind of looked all over eastern Jackson County to kind of figure out where I was going to set my footprint when I decided to go on my own, and I just kept coming back to Blue Springs, and that's my adopted home, and we love it here, and we knew this is where we should be. And I had two other accountants come with me, and we just, like I said, we just knew Blue Springs where we should be, we needed to be, and it's been the best decision we made.
Okay, well, tell us about the other outstanding accountants you have in your firm.
Well, they bring the looks and the smarts to the place, what I like to say. And I don't quite know what I have to do with the place, but no, Sarah Kovacs, she's a outstanding CPA. She what I tell people is she has no business being with me. She should be at one of the big four firms downtown because that's how good she is. But like me, she has a heart for the small business and the local community, and she's born and raised in Blue Springs herself. So we decided to just lock horns a couple of years ago, and it's going great.
There are many businesses here in Blue Springs. There's a lot of people that try to do everything on their own, and that can be overwhelming. Why is it that someone should hire a CPA firm?
You know what, Tony? I tell people that if you think you need a CPA, you probably do. Like we don't twist arms around here. We don't try to convince you need us if you don't. But most of our client base is small to mid-sized business owners, the self-employment, that type. And if you're self-employed, you probably do need one.
Right.
If it's not us, please find another one around town because you'll be happy you did.
Yeah, you got to think about what is your time worth. You can't work. There's not 26, 27 hours in a day like many people want. So the peace of mind of having your own CPA to take care of everything, and if there's any questions, you guys have the answers. It's a great peace of mind, correct?
Oh yeah, it's not just peace of mind. It's if you own a business, you should be focusing your time on your core business, not on back office things like accounting work, tax work, things like that. Give those to us. Let us take care of them.
Yep. Well, I want to thank you so much for joining us on the halftime program. Thank you for your sponsorship here. If you're looking for an outstanding CPA firm, someone who really supports Blue Springs athletics, the community, you just met Brett Reinhard with Reinhard and Kovacs. They're at 2012 Northwest South Outer Road in Blue Springs. You can check them out online at reinhardcpas.com. And Brett, if someone wants to give you a call, what's the phone number they call?
816-427-5645.
Hey, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Keep up the great work.
All right. This is a presentation of Vision Sport. Hi, this is Tony Reisinger for CarStar Blue Springs, located at 3210 West 40 Highway. Over the past 18 months, I have utilized the outstanding services of CarStar Blue Springs on 3 occasions. Each visit was expedient and worry-free. The friendly and professional staff at CarStar Blue Springs took care of all the details and had a rental vehicle ready when I arrived. When it comes to auto body repair, I always recommend CarStar Blue Springs. Call 220-1100, online at carstarbluesprings.com. CarStar Blue Springs, relax. We'll take it from here.
Sinclair's Restaurant would like to say thank you, Blue Springs, for making our first year outstanding. Sinclair's proudly offers a fantastic menu featuring unique entrees, appetizers, and desserts, a chef special, as well as an amazing Sunday brunch and a lunch menu with a 15-minute guarantee, or your next lunch is free. Sinclair's Restaurant at 1402 Northwest 7 Highway in Blue Springs. Call 224-3811. Proud to be in Blue Springs, and like you, cheers for the Cats and Jags.
Texting and driving is dangerous for everyone. Doesn't matter if you're young or old. If you text while driving, you're putting your passengers and all others around you at risk. Please don't text and drive. A message brought to you by your friends and neighbors at Myers Funeral Chapel, 1600 Main Street in Blue Springs. Proud to call Blue Springs home. Proud to support the Blue Springs School District and the Blue Springs community. Myers Funeral Chapel, family owned and operated. 229-3276. On the web at myersfuneralchapel.com. Papa John's wants to reward your passion for the Blue Springs School District. Now through the end of the school year, receive 40% off your entire regular menu price online order, plus an additional 10% will be donated back to the Blue Springs Educational Foundation. Go to papajohns.com, enter the promo code BSEF40. That's BSEF40 to receive 40% off your entire regular menu price online order and an additional 10% donated back to the Blue Springs Educational Foundation. Papa John's supports Blue Springs schools. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
Blue Springs South with a 42-0 lead here as we get set to start the second half. And, Coach, you had a little bit of insult to injury. Jags get the football. After scoring 3 first-quarter touchdowns, Nigro on a 4-yard run, Cofield a 19-yard run, and Riley Moore McKinney catching a 39-yard touchdown pass to make it 21-0 at the first stop. And then in the second quarter, from the 9:30 mark to the 3:13 mark, Colby Hutzel, a 32-yard run, Ricky Nichols, a 73-yard punt return for a score, and then Jerome Hawkins with a 4-yard run. And tell you what, Caleb Hutzel has had a pretty good first half of rushing the football, averaging, about 18 yards a carry?
Yeah, I was going to say, is 18 yards a good average to carry there?
I think so. Squib kick going to be fielded at the 28-yard line and returned out over the 40 to the 45-yard line as we get the third quarter underway.
And was that Hutzel that did that?
I believe so. Our second half kickoff presented by Scott Shippey and the Cutting Edge. For the best in landscaping, tree care, and custom hanging of your Christmas lights, call 220-3714. That's 220-3714, or go online at cuttingedlawn.com. And our third quarter is brought to you by Farmers Insurance Agents Kevin Hornick and Jake Greco. Call Kevin or Jake to ensure that you're getting all of the discounts you deserve. Farmers Insurance gets you back where you belong. And as we start the second half, the Jags are going to use some reserve folks as they get the ball into the hands of a new running back. Coming in to carry the football is DeAvril Burns, and the quarterback is Camden Sprouse, a 6'3 junior.
Yeah, DeAvril just made about 15 yards on that handoff sweep. That we've used that several times tonight. Got around the end, and actually they were lucky to get him out of bounds. Otherwise, he's off to the races.
At the 40-yard line, into Troy Buchanan territory. Jags leading 42-0 early on, and the clock will be running here in the second half as Sprouse will hand the ball off, coming around from the wing position or the slot back around. And Burns carries the football once again. I want to remind you that you're listening to exciting high school football driven by the McCarthy Auto Group from Vision Sports on 10:30 a.m. KCWJ, Blue Springs, Kansas City. Welcome those listening in the Troy, Missouri area, just west of St. Louis on KYRO, AM 1280. Jags with a second down and 9, and the handoff. Hutzel will get stacked up at the line and breaks free and lunges forward for about a yard, so it'll bring up third down and long.
That's going to bring that 18-yard average down, but he's really done a great job in this first half, gaining yards exactly where the hole has been blocked by the offensive line, and they're really doing a super job coming off the ball. It's going to be 3rd and 9, though. This is the longest third down play the Jags have had all night. We'll see if they're able to come through with this.
They're going to send a receiver out wide to the right. That's Jacob Stevens. So you're seeing some new guys in there offensively for Greg Oder's ball club. Up big here to start the second half, and the pass is wide open and caught along the side at the 24-yard line there to make the catch.
Will Hughes made that catch. That's a nice job. He ran about a 12-yard out and got the ball delivered right on time. It's nice to have a backup quarterback that can throw the ball that well. Camden really did a nice job picking out the receiver and getting the ball on time.
And Hughes will go split wide to the right along with DJ Frost on 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. And Sprouse will hand the ball off, and Troy Buchanan with a good job defensively to make contact in the backfield. The initial hit on Hutzel was by Giannakis. He's a wide receiver and a D-back. Also in on the tackle was Nate Height.
Right. Straight dive, and of course the Jags they just want to keep control of the ball and make that clock run. At this point in the season, they've got ideas for playing again next week and the week after, so I'm sure they're just trying to keep control of the ball game and keep control of the ball.
8 minutes and 5 seconds left to go here in the third quarter, 42-0, and Sprouse is going to keep the ball, goes straight up the middle. They're in the red zone as he gets it down inside the 10, and he'll be down at the 8. The tackle made by Thomas Larson, and in the red zone once again, brought to you by U.S. Bank Investments Advisor Eric Sporing.
Well, that was the fake handoff sweep that they've been running during this whole series. He faked it and then ran 13 yards straight up the middle. He's on the left hash right at the 9-yard line. We'll see if the Jags can move the ball in for another score here.
Sprouse, a pretty good size young man for a quarterback on the high school level at 6'3", 230 pounds. And he's just a junior. The handoff, not a lot of room there. In fact, they waited long enough to decide whether to hand the ball to Caleb Hutzel, and
that was Tyler Leach.
Yeah,
Tyler Leach made a great move through the offensive line there and kind of slipped through, and that's maybe the first tackle for a loss tonight by Troy Buchanan. Nice job. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 14-yard line, it looks like.
Jeff City at the half with a 31-7 lead over Columbia Rockbridge, getting a field goal right at the end of the half to give them that score. Here it's 42-0. Blue Springs South as Sprouse runs the option. Pitch back to Hutzel. They play the pitchman well, but he gets away from the tackle and takes it in for the touchdown from 13 yards out.
You know, he's not very tall, but he's got great power in those legs, and he just ran through the tackle. The linebackers over pursued. He showed quickness to cut back behind the linebackers and goes for about a 15-yard touchdown play.
It comes with, well, we'll say 6:28 on the clock because that's when they get it stopped. And Sprouse is going to stay out on the field and in to attempt the extra point. Bryce Stone, who's a senior. He's the third kicker used this year by the Jags, and he is going to boot one up and through to make it 49-0. Blue Springs South with the lead. 6:28 to go in the third quarter. Back with the Jags kickoff after this from Vision Sports.
Little Sports Shop is proud to be the exclusive provider of 827 Apparel uniforms. Uniforms that are designed by you. 827 Apparel uniforms are 100% custom and 100% sublimated. The sky's the limit. You design it, and Littles can do it. You can also work with our professional graphic artists to design the unique look for your team. You'll also like the price and turnaround time when you order your team's unique uniforms from Little Sports Shop at 1006 Main Street. Call 229-3606. Look sharp with uniforms from 827 Apparel, only at Little Sports Shop.
.6:28 to go in the third quarter. Jags with a 49-0 lead, looking more and more like they've got a date next week here against the Jeff City Jays, who are ranked third in the district. And Jeff City also ranked in the state. They're number 4, so a battle of state-ranked teams if the halftime numbers indicate anything. As Stone will kick this one away, take advantage of the wind, and have it bounce the 2 and come out to the 20-yard line. So we take a look.
No, I would go ahead.
I'm just going to run the scores real quick. At the half, Lee Summit leads Kickapoo 16-10. At the half, Blue Springs leads Joplin 24-20. Those games down in Southwest Missouri. And at the half, Lee Summit West with a 31-7 lead over Lee Summit North, and the Broncos' second half swoon continues. Unless they rally, they will have lost their final 4 games.
Well, I think Lee Summit North managed to upset Lee Summit West before, and so they those kids are, I'm sure, are wanting a little bit of revenge. Plus, if they win tonight, they keep getting to play.
That is a powerful motivator, isn't it?
Yep.
Starkey is going to start the second half, much as they did the first, giving it to the first man through, the fullback, if you will, Kane Roseman. Not a lot of running room there, and seeing now some second-team defenders as well.
Dive option there, and the defensive line did a really nice job of taking the fullback out of the play.
There at halftime, Rockhurst with a 14-12 lead down in Raymore Peculiar. So they lead the Ray-Peck Panthers by a deuce at the half. A couple of missed extra points. Second down, 10 yards to go, and they will wrap up the entire combination of fullback, quarterback, and throw them both down. And I think the young sophomore, Starkey, the quarterback, wanted to keep the ball and pitch it, but couldn't get it away, and then the defense got there to kind of complicate things.
Well, number 75, Kyle Terry, got a hold of the dive back and the quarterback in his big arms and took them both down, so they didn't really have a chance to separate and run the option. So nice job.
You got to like those guys who are good enough to where they just grab both the quarterback and the running back, find out which one's got the ball, and keep him.
Kind of sort them out and file it, yeah.
So it'll bring up third down, 3rd and 15, as they lose 5 on the play. And Starkey's going to throw the ball, gets time, gets it away, and the pass is intercepted at the 45-yard line. That ball is picked off by
that was Will
the Jags'
Hughes.
Will Hughes.
Yeah, Will was actually got beat by a step, and once the ball was in the air, he was able to make up that step and come back in front of the receiver, pick it off, and I think he was a little upset that he had to go to the ground because he was off and running again.
So the Jags have the ball at the 45-yard line, the third quarter, brought to you by Farmers Insurance agents Kevin Hornick and Jake Greco. Call Kevin or Jake to ensure that you're getting all the discounts you deserve. Farmers Insurance gets you back where you belong. Clock runs with 4:15 to go in the third, and Sprouse still in at the quarterback spot, engineering a touchdown drive the last time, and he will hand the ball off and come into the near side, and running out of bounds with it for the Jags is Hayden Wallace. He's a senior running back, as we're starting to see a lot of new players in there.
That's just that handoff sweep again. That's going to be a staple the second half. We're able to get good yards and keep that clock running.
Sprouse has done a pretty good job, and the backup, like the starter, a left-handed quarterback. You don't see that every day.
No, but we've got an excellent quarterback coach. Kelly Groom just does a wonderful job, and we've had several left-handed quarterbacks. Some coaches are afraid to try that because they don't know how to coach them, but he does a wonderful job.
Sage Nelson goes split wide to the right side. There's a snap through the hands of the quarterback. Sprouse trying to get away back at the 50, and he'll take it from the Jags 48 back to the 49-yard line of Troy Buchanan.
Well, that's our fault, Rob. We said something nice about him, and it caused him to miss that handoff. So
yeah, I'm beginning to think
miss
so.
that snap. So I'll take credit for that one. 3rd and 15.
Vision Sports committed to Buy Blue Springs and the Buy Blue Springs campaign. We do business with our sponsors and encourage you to do the same. It's important to buy local. Please remember to buy Blue Springs. And the handoff, first down, going right up the middle. Huge hole. They'll get all of the yardage they lost back as Hayden Wallace takes it down the near side for a touchdown.
Just ran through some tackles, and some of the younger kids on defense just didn't do a very good job. But nice play for Hayden on that play. Ran 50 yards for a touchdown.
2:26 remaining here in the third quarter. And with that score, and for all 55 points the Jags have put on the board tonight, Lunar Bowl will make a donation to the Scores for Scholarships program. So our thanks to Gary Cobb and the folks at Lunar Bowl. Be sure to visit lunarbowl.com. Stone to attempt the extra point. He boots it up and through. And with 2:26 to go here in the third, it's the Jags 56 and Troy Buchanan nothing. Back with a kickoff after this from Vision Sports.
Greetings from First Bible Baptist Church on Adams Dairy Parkway in Blue Springs. I'm Mark Brown, the lead pastor of the church, and I also double up as the director of ADP Sports, a ministry extension of our church. It's a great blessing to be located across the street from the YMCA in Blue Springs South High School, where we as a church endeavor to fulfill our mission to reach out into the surrounding cities and towns with the gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ. We invite you to come out and get involved in one of the programs of ADP Sports, or join us on one of our Sunday morning worship service at 8:30 and 10 o'clock. Please visit our website at firstbibleadp.com for more information. God bless.
2:26 remaining in the third quarter. 56-0. Blue Springs South with the advantage. 4 plays, 50 yards. And Stone is going to kick the football away. He approaches, he sends it deep, and it'll bounce at the goal line and into the end zone, and the ball comes out at the 20-yard line. CarStar Blue Springs is the preferred auto body repair facility of Vision Sports. Tell them that you love Blue Springs when your vehicle is being repaired there, and they'll make a donation to the Blue Springs Educational Foundation. That's at CarStar Blue Springs. Call them at 224-1100 for an appointment.
Well, some of the younger kids and backups are making their way into the game here. I can assure you they are not taking this opportunity lightly. They've worked hard all year, and to get this varsity time on a Friday night in the playoffs is a real big lift for them.
And from the 20-yard line, Starkey, the sophomore quarterback for the Trojans, will hand the football off and go into his fullback. That's Roseman, and he'll pick up a couple of yards, give him 3, and it'll be 2nd and 7 to the 23.
Once again, they're living and dying with the option, and our defensive line does a pretty good job there. There's about a 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7.
This game, simply because both teams are running the football, got to halftime before a lot of the others. So, and with the score and the clock situation as it is, we'll probably end up a little early tonight.
That's okay. Some of these parents probably want to get back and watch the Royals win the opportunity to play in the World Series.
There's a handoff on the counter to Colin Nichols. He is a freshman running back, and he has one of the better gains of the night all the way out to the 35-yard line, and that'll be good for a Trojan first down.
Yeah, that's that crossbuck action again, and linebackers bid on the first fake to the fullback, and they handed it to the running back going around the opposite side and did a really nice job getting the first down there.
With some of the people that these guys have to play during the regular season, it's not easy to get things turned around. The pitch to Larson on the option, and there's flags flying all over the place. He's tackled at the 29. And
that's a horse collar.
Horse collar or in the cage for a face mask, but either way.
Yeah. That's a nice job defending the option, but a bad job of choosing the horse collar to be able to get the kid down. Luckily, he's okay.
You know, Coach, we were talking about some of the people they have to play. I mean, yeah, they got the win over Holt last week, but, you know, they played Francis Howell, lost to them 42-0. Fort Zumwalt West, Fort Zumwalt North, Timberland beat them earlier this year. That's just a tough league, kind of like the Suburban Big Six, to try to get well against. And right. You've just got to work extra hard, and I know they're going to be doing some recruiting in the hallways and try to get some numbers out and get them up.
Well, it's a rebuilding program, and I'm sure this tonight maybe doesn't help them all that much, but it's also good for the kids to get a chance to see a program that's up and running, and Blue Springs South is a little more established, and so hopefully that Coach Nesbitt will have them in that kind of shape in the years to come.
Tossed to Nichols. He'll turn it upfield. And on first down and a yard, thanks to the penalty, he'll take it out over the 45 to the 49 and have the first down, so he'll pick up 5. And yeah, that's something that, you know, we just overheard some of their coaches coming along and just, you know, talking about how nice it was up here on our side of the field in terms of, you know, the press box facility and things like that. And, you know, it's just, like you say, it's the signs of a program that's on the move. First down and 10 from the 49. Man in motion. They're going to give it the long toss, and Larson's going to throw deep. Bowman's out there, and the ball is overthrown at the 25-yard line. And, you know, I was thinking that if he'd have gotten his hands up, he had a chance to haul that bad boy in on the final play of the quarter.
Yeah, the defensive backs kind of lost their concentration for a minute, let the receiver get behind them, and had that been a little bit shorter pass to the receiver, that could have been a touchdown. That would have gotten everybody on this side riled up a little bit. But as it is, it's going to be 2nd and long.
2nd and long when we start the fourth quarter at the end of 3. It's the Jags 56, Troy Buchanan nothing. Back with the fourth quarter after this from Vision Sports.
Hey, Wildcat and Jaguar fans, get your discounts pumped up with a discount double check from the Blue Springs State Farm agents, proud to bring you the Cats and Jags. Call Bob Watson at 229-7878 or Clint Osborne at 229-0083. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This is Myron Thomas with your in-game update presented by Foster Dental Care, providing healthy smiles in Blue Springs for over 30 years. Call 228-6988, online at fosterdentalcare.com. Halftime scores: Blue Springs 24, Joplin 20, Rockhurst 14, Ray Peck 12, and Lee Summit West 31, Lee Summit North 7. Now let's go back to Rob Evans and Buddy Young at Larry Stewart Stadium.
On the first play of the fourth quarter, the quarterback, Starkey, keeps the ball after the fake to Roseman, and that time the lineman chose poorly in terms of he tried to grab both. The quarterback got the ball away and got to the outside for no gain. Eventually Tackled on the play by Bobby Rivera.
Big Isaiah Jackson was the defensive lineman that burst through there, and he just grabbed the quarterback a little bit high, and he was able to squeeze out of there. Nice play by the quarterback, but good penetration by Isaiah that time.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
3rd down and 10. Opening moments of the quarter, and the handoff is given to Larson, and he's going to get the first down, taking it to the corner, down the sideline, inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. And
that's the crossbuck action, and that's been giving us a little bit of trouble this half. The linebackers have been going with that first fake, and then there's nobody there on that opposite side after the crossbuck action occurs, and so they've had really good success with that play.
So they've got a first down at the 33-yard line. And the man in motion. The crossbuck handoff again to Larson, and he'll get outside but only pick up a couple of yards down to the 31 before being pushed out of bounds.
I'd say going to that play 2 plays in a row was probably a mistake. Our linebackers did a much better job of staying home and were able to get him for about a yard gain.
Clock runs, 10.5 minutes to play in the ball game. Our third quarter was brought to you by Farmers Insurance agents Kevin Hornick and Jake Greco. The fourth quarter presented by Myers Funeral Chapel, locally owned, family operated. It is 2nd down, and this time Starkey's going to pitch it back on the option, and they'll get some yardage to the 25 to the 20 and run out of bounds. That's Nichols.
When the receiver has his arm around the front of the defensive back and holding him back like a wrestling move, would that be holding?
I would think so, and apparently Phil Stompoli, our referee, agrees.
Yeah, they threw the flag there. Our defensive back just about got out of that block, and he reached around and held him.
And there is a Trojan player who is down on the near side, and I'm gathering that it's the running back on the play, which we identified originally as Colin Nichols. We mentioned that our fourth quarter is presented by Myers Funeral Chapel. They're proud to be part of the Blue Springs community. The friendly staff at Myers Funeral Chapel reminds you that texting and driving is dangerous for everyone on the road, so please do not text and drive. It'll be a hold against Troy Buchanan, so the play will be negated, and we get an official's timeout as they help Nichols to his feet, and he is gingerly putting weight on one of his ankles and has a bit of a limp. And they're trying to let him walk it off, Coach, but it's a long way over there, and I think a couple of his teammates are going to come across and offer to help, and he tells them, never mind, I'm walking across. So he's going to be tough there. They're going to the bottom of the 5th inning at Kauffman Stadium. The Royals with a 2-1 lead, and Giordano Ventura has not exactly been sharp, but he has escaped with the lead at this point, getting out of 2 on and nobody out in the top half of the 5th inning.
Well, and he had walked 2 of those people, so it looked kind of bad, but he was able to get out of that. So we'll take it as long as the good guys stay ahead.
Yes, but 9:55 left to go. The clock is wound and has started moving again. Donaldson lined to third base to end that inning and apparently hit the ball right on the screws. So they did escape.
Well, I've got a question. I've heard that expression a whole bunch of times. I've looked at a lot of baseballs. I've never found those screws that they keep talking about. Can you help me with that?
You hit the ball right on the, whatever you want to use to describe it. It usually exits the bat fast and finds a fielder.
You know, I'd give up being a smart aleck, but it's the only thing I do well.
You do it well. Larson goes in motion, and Starkey's going to pass, and he'll get rid of the football, and they're going to rule it an incomplete pass, but he was riding a defensive lineman was riding him like a bronc buck there for a little while.
That's a charity case. Phil Stompoli did him a favor that time by not calling a
grounding,
intentional grounding on that play. So yeah.
Jordan Terry, 6 foot, 200-pound senior lineman, hopped on his back, and he was carried about 5 yards. And as he turned and was going down, He threw the ball away and hit one of his linemen in the foot. So it's 3rd down and 10. The clock continues to run with 8.5 minutes left to play. Our 4th quarter brought to you by Myers Funeral Chapel. 10 on the play clock, and the Trojans just now coming to the line. So they're trying to shorten this as well. Motion and the handoff. Larson on the counter from the wing back on the near side. He's inside the 40 in the middle of the field to about the 38.
That's a much better job, and Cameron Sprouse made the tackle on that play.
Sprouse getting a little doubleheader action here, playing on both sides of the ball, quarterback on offense and, linebacker on defense?
Yeah.
You gotta like that mentality. A quarterback that's a linebacker.
I like the fact that he's going to be a good quarterback for us next year. That's a good player and a nice kid.
It sounds like he's a pretty good linebacker, too.
Absolutely.
Play clock under 10 as Starkey looks to pass, looks one way, being chased. Now he's going to run at the 30 and out of bounds between the 30 and the 25. So call it the 28 was where he stepped out.
Jags will take over on downs there. That was 4th down.
And about a mile.
Yeah.
4th and 15.
Well, with the running clock, this may be the last possession. There's 7 minutes, 21 seconds left, but when it runs between plays like this, it doesn't take long to run that time off.
You can almost use a minute or so even when they reset the play clock because 25 seconds, but they haven't started it, and the game clock rolls merrily along.
That's exactly right, and they're going to want to milk this and get this out of here. We've got the ankle injury with the kid over there, but neither team has had any major injuries, and I'm sure we want to leave it that way.
A new quarterback in the ball game. Taking snaps under center for the Jags now, and I use that as a figure of speech. Brody Parker was in the pistol. He's 6'5", 205 pounds, and a sophomore.
Left offensive tackle. Yeah, that's right. Moved a little bit before the snap of the ball. We need to hold that in there and not give them great field position. 1st and 15 here.
1st and 15 from the 24-yard line, and again the handoff, breaking through, coming to the near side, and getting most of that yardage back for the Jags is Jake Elliott, who's a junior running back.
Straight handoff again that time. Nice job. That's enough for a 1st down.
Clock runs with 6:10 remaining in this contest. Most of the other games, as we say, are going to be early in the second half. Ten seconds on the play clock. And the game clock at 5:45. And the handoff once again. This time everybody was waiting for Elliott. So there's not a lot of yardage gain. They do give him progress, which puts him down in between the 37 and the 38-yard line. And will be well under 5 minutes by the time the ball is snapped. Twitter is an amazing thing. And the reason why I say that, not because I just discovered it, though some would believe that, but just keeping track of the Jeff City game, they were leading 31-7 at the half. And they're in the second half now, and they just discovered that the Jags were leading at halftime 42-0, in case you were wondering. Elliott gets the handoff straight ahead at the hash on the near side out over the 45, and he'll tumble out to the 47-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Nice job picking the hole that time. Once again, the offensive line for the Jags have just been really strong tonight. They've done a good job of moving Troy Buchanan off the ball. Even when we've had some of our younger kids playing, they've kept their defensive line in there. Our kids have done a really good job on that tonight.
Brody Parker in the pistol with Elliott standing next to him. A lot of younger guys in there. They'll fake the handoff, and he's wishing now that he'd given the ball away because the defensive end got to him, or the outside linebacker. And
Zach Owens. No, I'm sorry. Devin Graves that time. 6', 270-pound defensive end was there to meet him and was not very nice about it.
Fourth down and 5, a long 5 back at the 44. Ray-Pec with a 15-14 lead in the third, so they've kicked a field goal to lead the Hawklets. The winner of that game, 3-6, gets to play. They get to play the winner of Blue Springs and Joplin. Handoff coming to the near side on fourth down. Elliott with a nice, strong, determined run out over the 45 to the 49, but he had to get past the 49, and he's just shy. And so with 3:20 to go, the ball turns over on downs to Troy Buchanan.
Just came up a couple of yards short on that dive play, and as long as the clock keeps running, I'm sure the Coach Oder wants to just get out of this game with everybody healthy.
They're in the third quarter, and Kickapoo and Lee Summit are getting into a shootout, 24-23. Kickapoo with the advantage. So a much closer game than number 1 should expect to get from number 8. Coming to the line, taking their time with 2:45 to go. The play clock at 20. McKinnon Starkey, the sophomore quarterback, under center, and he'll hand it off to Larson, who turns it upfield, comes back against the grain, gets a block to the 40, 35, 30, run out of bounds as he gets to the 29-yard line.
That's just a handoff sweep, and our linebackers over-pursued. He did a great job of cutting back underneath and made really good yards up the sideline. They're going to have a first down at about our 25-yard, about a 29-yard line. Nice play by Troy Buchanan. Nice to see them have a little bit of success tonight.
Fourth quarter brought to you by Myers Funeral Chapel, who reminds you, please do not text and drive. Single receiver to the right, and they'll drop the football. It's recovered as Starkey falls upon it at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second down and 10, and we're under 2 minutes to play in this one. So we'll keep you posted on scores as we have them, but we would recommend going to prepskc.com. 31-14, Jeff City leads Rockbridge, 7:20 to go in the third quarter. Here we're just about done. The toss to Larson upfield at the hash mark, lowers his head and gets a couple of yards. And it'll be third down and about 8. We're down to 1 minute and 15 seconds.
This may be the last couple of plays of the game here.
I'll venture to say it'll be the last official snap, because they've just started the play clock and we're down to 1 minute with 20 seconds on the play clock. So you may be right. Get 2 plays as Larson takes it up the middle, inside the 25, down to the 24-yard line.
That's that little inside reverse. Got a couple more yards on it. It's going to be fourth and about 5.
And they start the play clock, so we'll get one more snap with 30 seconds to go. About 9 seconds difference. Play clock to game clock. 56-0, the Jags. And they're going to throw. Starkey floats it out, and pass interference is going to be called as the intended receiver ran an in, and he got saddled up and carried a rider for about 5 yards there.
When we tackle the receiver and he goes to the ground before the ball gets there, it's a pretty good case of pass interference. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty, I believe, first down.
And they'll stop the clock with 16.7 left to go. The thing is that the ball was thrown out and the receiver ran in, and if the defender had not made contact, they would not get the free play, and now they're energized at the 12-yard line, and right now their goal is to break the shutout on this play with 16.7 left. Clock starts, and they're going to jump in under center, and they're going to throw the football. Once again, Starkey looks, fires over the middle, and the pass in the end zone is behind the intended receiver. They were looking for Zach Shepard, and that's the ball game. 56-0. Blue Springs South improves to 10-0. Troy Buchanan's year comes to a close at 1-9, a scoreless fourth quarter, and the Jags with 3 first-quarter touchdowns, 3 second-quarter touchdowns, and 2 in the third quarter. So that's our final. Blue Springs South 56, Troy Buchanan nothing, and we invite you to stay tuned for our post-game activities. We'll have all of our plays of the game, hit of the game, coming up on our post-game show from Vision Sports.
The McCarthy Auto Group is a proud supporter of Preps KC and high school sports across